And the D2, it's for entrepreneurs. This visa type is more like related to those who intend to open a business in Portugal. Like if you open a company here and you have a business plan and you can prove to the Portuguese agents that it's like it makes sense like to start this business here and you cause like a good impression. Once you are able to open the company, you don't need to have a residence permit for that. You don't need to be a Portuguese citizen, and you can do all remotely. We could help on that as well. So once the company is duly registered, you will be entitled to apply for the D2 visa. The process is a little different too. So the first stage of the process for you to prepare everything that you need, all the documents, it's on how to open the bank account here, and we can help on that as well. You will need a lawyer and an accountant to help on this part. So you will need to create like a business plan. You will need to select what kind of activity you'll develop in Portugal, and we can guide you through the steps to open the company in Portugal. It's not that difficult, the part of registering the company, but you need to follow some steps like to select properly the type of activity that you will develop here. This usually takes around a month for you to complete this part, or 2 months, something like that, so the company can be registered. And then the only requirement for the company, the only financial requirement for that, because it can be a brand new company, you don't need to show that you are already receiving money from there. But still, you will just need to deposit the share capital of the company to activate the business bank account. This amount is not high. It's actually something that you can choose. It's usually, you can start with around 1,000 euros, and that will be enough. You will need a valid passport for all of the applicants. The most recent bank statements, the past 3 months at least. If you can add a little more, like 6 months, it's good as well. And here we have one of the most sensitive part of the process. So you need to prove that you already have a proof of accommodation in Portugal for at least 12 months. They expect to see that you were able to secure accommodation in Portugal already for at least 12 months. So they can see that you have where to stay when you come. They have some options for you to prove that. The most common one will be a formal lease agreement. So for that, you can, even remotely, you don't need to come to Portugal. And if you sign a legit lease agreement, like signed by both parties, you and the landlord, this can be already used for your D visa application. And of course, if you have a property here, if you purchased a home in Portugal already, the property deed could be used as proof of accommodation. Also, the travel medical insurance, they will require that. It's not only a travel insurance, it must be a travel medical insurance. Actually, what I mean is like it's not only a health insurance, it must be for travel as well. So it must cover from your country of origin to Portugal, expenses, risks like repatriation of bodies and urgency if you have any problem that you need to use the hospital, but not only for Portugal, it must be for the whole Schengen area. So it must cover all countries of the Schengen area, and it must cover at least 30,000 euros. So since you are applying for a residence visa, you will need to get that valid for at least 6 months, because then it will cover the whole period of the application process and the visa that will be granted to you, which is valid for 4 months in your passport. So at least 6 months. Also, the criminal record certificate is a mandatory requirement for all those who are over 16 years old. The proof of family ties, so if you have family members joining you to the application, they will need to prove that their relationship with you. So the relationship with the main applicant. And the same for the marriage certificate. If you're bringing your spouse, you will need to show the marriage certificate, and it must be updated. And of course, the proof that you qualify for the specific visa type, the company registration. So the checklist will be specifically for the visa type that you are selecting, and each one will have some specific requirements.